Good to go, I think. We are ready to rock and or roll. We are back with our Penguins. Our mighty, mighty Penguins. Ready for another season with the boys. Goals on the year. 45 or more wins. A forward who is top 15 in scoring. And our goaltender, the beautiful Nicholas Scrimes, needs to finish with over a 915. This is the team that we will be carrying into this season. Matthew Tkachuk, Akil Thomas, and Jake Gensel. Dylan Holloway, Otto Stenberg, Samuel Poulin, Brandon Hagel, Dalibor Dvorsky, Joachim Kamel, Samuel Oremba, Fedor Svechkov, and Isaac Rosen. A little bit worried about the -2, but we'll see what happens. Good stuff. The defense, P.O. Joseph and Elias Solomonson. And again, we have used up 2 of our 3 trades already on the season as the Bruins score. Lovely stuff. Jake Chikrin and John Marino, who was brought back, but they are the new second pair. And then Emil Vero gets one more chance. He'll be next to Ralph Brower. Big Ralph. Big Ralph. And yeah, we'll see if Scrimes is kind of ready to take that big step forward. Hopefully he is. The one thing that'll be interesting is what exactly do we do with the power play? Because we do have 4 defenders who are worthy of power play time. And that that can create some complications. But I think the easy solution here... Well, actually, I guess we don't really need John Marino. I was going to say that John Marino could be there, but again, he is just pure defenseman. So is Emil Vero. I'd say Joachim Kamel or Dvorsky. We're going to give Joachim Kamel the opportunity here. And we're going to hope that he doesn't blow it. But we need that extra right-handed shot. As it is, we're not going to have enough. We can have Akil Thomas at center. We can have Kamel there, Sam Poulin there. Let's get Poulin to play in front of goal. Akil Thomas can be at the point as a facilitator. Kamel, Solomonson there. We do want P.O. Joseph on that top power play. And we are... actually in a rough spot. Thomas at center. Damn. What are we gonna do? Oh, what are we gonna do? Because I had the idea of like a bigger body like Tkachuk being in front. Let's go with Akil Thomas at center. We'll still have Poulin on that top unit. But we need Matthew Tkachuk to be a big body in front. So that works. And the PKs, Dvorsky, Holloway, Stenberg, Svechkov. Not bad. Not bad at all. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's see. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Our first game of the season against the Nashville Predators. And we win 4-2. Akil Thomas, 2 goals in his Penguins debut. Not bad at all. Vegas, we lose 4-1. Not great. Where's the Bruins Christmas hat? I actually don't know where it is. I think it's at my parents'. I don't remember if I wore it last year. It might be here somewhere. It might actually be in the... we have what is currently a spare bedroom in the house, and it might be there. Tristan Lennox is on waivers. I can't imagine we'll have any use for him. Oh, he went with the Ben Bishop 8 goals against. I love Ben Bishop, but goddamn, it had to be said. As we are up to 4-1. Make that 4-2. We got one more game here in the opening month. It's against Columbus. And we lose that as well. Okay, cool. So we are at 4-3. Not ideal. So, Crash, you already know the answer to that. Matthew Tkachuk, 7 points. Thomas on 6. 8 for Gensel. 5 for Holloway. 5 for Stenberg. 6 for Poulin. Hagel on 2. Dvorsky. Okay, so the, wow. All right, Joachim Kamel, you are already going to lose power play time, sir. I don't have time for nonsense. So congratulations to Dalibor Dvorsky, who is going to get an opportunity. Put him at center. That's very disappointing. Very disappointing indeed. Let's see. Fourth line. Oremba, 2 points. 2 goals for Svechkov. Nothing yet for Isaac Rosen. Defensively, Joseph, only 4 points in 7 games. 2 points for Salmonson. You have the 2 points for Chikrin. And nothing for John. Okay, so we're really getting no help from our defense right now. But Emil Vero and Ralph Brower are a pretty good pairing, so I'll take that. And in goal, Scrimes currently has a 9-13. So not the best start to a season. The one thing I did want to do for how many created players, like generated players, do we have in our lineup right now? I think the only generated guy we do have in our lineup is Ralph Brower. And Big Ralph. Big Ralph. Big Ralph. Hey, he's got my hairline. Good stuff, Ralph. Me and you, we're going to win together. For all the people with great hairlines. And I guess Nick Scrimes, actually, too, in goal. Makes sense. I don't think we've looked at what Nick Scrimes looks like. Mr. Scrimes? What do you look like? Show yourself. Oh, you're just, okay. Okay. He's just a dude. He's just a dude. Fair enough. No crazy hair or anything like that. Well, let's march on. Scrimes stays in for now. As we beat Washington. Back-to-back against Winnipeg. Home and home, I should say. We win game number 1. We win game number 2. Man, we haven't had a back-to-back this season so far. Until now. Great timing. We'll play the Rangers. Nice 3-2 win. And let's give one Benjamin Goodrow the opportunity here. So he plays Columbus and loses. We'll give him another chance against Toronto. Wins 3-0. Beautiful. What about Nashville? Loses that one in a shootout. Doesn't look like we have any back-to-backs coming up down the pipeline. So 9:31 for Goodrow, not bad. And let's give Michael Schnattinger some games here. For the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins, we lose to the Ducks. We win against the Lightning. We win against the Wild. Then I got a back-to-back again. Lose to the LA Kings, and the final game of November goes to Benjamin Goodrow. As he. We don't know, but Jake Gensel gets hurt for 2 weeks. That is unfortunate. That's what that is. We are going to call up. I mean, Yarventi's been the best guy. Let's go for Cohen Zemmer, though. It's the one dude we can call up out of those top players that doesn't have to go back down through the waiver system. And Mr. Zemmer, congratulations to you. And what an opportunity. Now, why it wouldn't put him back in by default, they need to fix that. Like, I get the idea of like, oh, well, it's only technically replacing him on the wing, and these are defensive positions, but they gotta fix that. They do. So, Cohen, congratulations. Great opportunity for you. And that means that Mr. Vidasek is gonna get a chance. And I think we're good. I think we're good. And we beat Dallas 5-1 that game. Not bad. So we enter December at 12-6-1. Our leading scorer is injured. And we are in 3rd place in the Metro Division. But we do have 3 games at hand on Columbus. Only a point back, so that's not too bad. In the Atlantic, it is Montreal, Tampa, and Boston. No one's really out of it yet. The Panthers are starting to fall behind. In the Central, Colorado, Minnesota, Nashville. Again, the Jets, they're only like 4 points out. And in the Pacific, Edmonton, Vegas, LA. And the Kraken have been pretty subpar through the entirety of this run. Montreal right now, top team in the league though. So shout out to them. Soon to break their fan base's hearts again, I'm sure. So Akil Thomas has proven to be a pretty good acquisition. I still have my doubts about that top line though, because Matthew Tkachuk does not score goals. I mean, again, I know he has that neutralized shooting category, so to speak. But as a net front presence with total eclipse and with tip jar, you'd think, or big tipper, you would think he'd have more than 3 goals. And indeed, he's only shooting 5.8%. So that just goes to show he's been unlucky this year, more than anything. We'll take a look at our team in a minute, at least a bit more in depth. Nikita Kucherov right now, 31 points in 22 games. McDavid on 28. You have Point, Kaprizov, McKinnon, Yakov Vrana, DeBrincat, Matthews, Draisaitl. Goal scoring king right now. You got Matthews and DeBrincat both at 20. Not bad at all. Defensively, Cale Makar, Roman Josi, Sandin, Hamilton. Frickin' Mark Friedman. Every time. Every time. In terms of the goals, Makar and Sandin with 8 apiece. And goalie-wise, Leonard is the winningest. Shesterkin has the most shutouts, and save percentage-wise amongst starters, Carter Hart and Ilya Sorokin have been incredible. The rookie race, Hans Licht, Isaac Howard. We don't really have anybody in the conversation for top rookie, which is not overly surprising. -2 on the 4th line. Indeed, it's not that much of a detriment to the team. So goalie-wise, again, both have been solid. Goodrow hasn't played a ton. Joseph's doing much better point-wise. Salmonson's not bad. Still kind of expect a little bit more out of Chychrun. I'm happy with our defense. Happy with that top line. Holloway, Stenberg, Poulin have been good. 3rd line, gotta be honest, a little bit disappointing. I mean, Brandon Hagel, again, not the best shooting category in the world, but hope for a little bit more. And Aremba, Svechka, and then Isaac Rosen. Will likely be used. Wow, the frickin' Seattle Kraken just came back from, I think, 4-1 down against the Blue Jackets. Holy shit. I gotta be honest, if we do one more trade this year, it's to move out guys like Svechkov and Rosen before their value tanks. Or it's the guys directly ahead of them to make room for these guys on higher lines. So like Brandon Hagel was a slam dunk signing for someone at that overall, but he hasn't really performed. We're going to give these guys one more month, but then we're going to have to start making changes in that bottom 6, definitely. So we're without Jake Gensel for about 2 weeks. We lose to the Avs. We beat the Coyotes. What about the Rangers? We lose 3-1 to the Rangers. Not ideal. Not ideal. Goalie-wise, let's get... Wow, 906 now for Goodrow after those games. Let's get Scrimes in against Edmonton. 5-2 loss. Here comes the December collapse. Maybe we do beat Montreal. And Jake Gensel is healthy. Thank goodness. So Jake is back. Cohen Gemmer will be dropped down to the AHL. We didn't even check really to see how good he was. We'll get Vitasek out of there. Cohen, how good did you do in the NHL? 5 points in 5 games. 5 points in 5 games. He was put in a really good spot. But that goes to show, like, there's no reason to hold on to someone with a higher overall if they're not getting it done, because someone like Zemmer can step into the lineup and actually do well. So that is the reason behind the ruthlessness. Let's see, LA winning games. Winning games. I want to get Goodrow some more time. Robbie Yarventi's been hurt in Wilkes-Barre. We do lose back-to-back games for the first time in a while. We have a home and home. So Goodrow will get a chance. Right now, Scrime's only at a 9-10. He needs to improve. We get shut out 4-0 by the Lightning. We'll give Goodrow another chance. We win 5-2. Then we play Montreal again. What do we got? Shootout loss. Point's a point, though. Point is a point. We'll take what we can get. 903 and a 910. Could be better. We got St. Louis, a 5-1 loss, and Colorado to wrap up 2026. We lose 3-2. So on New Year's Day, 17, 13, and 4. Currently in a wild card spot. 5 points back of the Flyers. We have a game at hand. Only team that's really looking at it right now are the Islanders. In the Atlantic, it's Detroit, Tampa, Montreal. Someone like Toronto is starting to look out of it. Especially when Ottawa has 3 games in hand on them. Central's Colorado, Minnesota, Nashville. Chicago has a wild card spot. The Stars and Blues are out of it. And the Pacific is Edmonton, Vegas, Vancouver, and the Kraken are dead in the water. I don't understand how the Kraken are repeatedly so bad. It's honestly impressive. Let's see, we're not up there for goals. We're somewhere in the middle. Goals against average. Also somewhere in the middle. Power play. Top 5 power play. You like to see that. And our penalty kill is the 2nd worst in the league. Well, let's go ahead and change that, shall we? Oof. Oof. So defensively, P.O. Joseph, still great. Salmonson, I don't know what it is with him. He's got the passing, he's got the offensive awareness. I don't know if Joseph is taking the points from him or what, but he's lacking even secondary assists. Chikrin only has 13 points, and with that shooting category, not great. 4 points for John Marino. Vero and Brower have at least been okay. Gotta figure something out there. Oh, Kachuk up to 8 goals. He had a very, very good month. That's looking good. Kill Thomas on 29 points. Gensel, of course, on 27. Holloway looking good. Stenberg's been great. Poulin's been great. 12 points now for Hagel. So a little bit behind the pace. I mean, I look for third liners to hit about 30 points, right? He is on a 28-point pace. That's an 85 overall. Dvorsky and his 16 points. What type of pace are you on here, sir? 38. And Joachim Kamel on a 36. Orembo with just 6 points. Could be sent down, not affected by waivers. Again, he is not quite on the point pace I would want. He's only 21 as well. Like, he could benefit from more AHL time. Svechkov, I think, deserves a better chance. And Isaac Rosen, I think we are done with. So the move here, I'm not really too worried about getting anything back for Brandon Hagel. He is not doing well enough to keep him around. So we're going to try and intentionally lose him on waivers. I also want to call Cohen Zemmer back up. So that is the first move. And indeed, Brandon Hagel is claimed. He's claimed on waivers by the Boston Bruins, which I am perfectly okay with. And Svechkovsky, 25, buddy. This is your chance. Make the most of it. Make the most of it, sir. As we will go best lines. And we are going to take Isaac Rosen out for Svechkovsky. That might create some issues. I also want to drop Oremba. Which is a shame. Robbie Arventi would be perfect for this, but we're going to have to go with Kalle Vasainen instead. Arventi got hurt at the wrong time. Got hurt at the wrong time. Alright, so Vasainen, Drop Rosen down to the 4th line. Get Svechkovsky in there. And then we'll go Svechkov, Dvorsky, Kamel. Holloway, Stenberg, Poulin, Kachuk, Thomas, Gensel. It should work. Joseph and Salmonson, Chicker, Marino, Vero, and Brower. The power play. So it has Svechkovsky there, obviously, because of the change. Who do we put there? Who do we put there? I'm honestly going to give Cohen Zemmer the chance because he was doing pretty well earlier. And then PK-wise, Dvorsky, Stenberg. I think that changed around a little bit. Hopefully that kind of sparks something. AHL-wise, oh my god, I always keep looking for best lines. I'm still not used to the fact that they switched everything around. Do I have anybody to take out for JVR? I do not. We now have a real shortage of forward depth. And defensively, I like Connor Corcoran, but honestly, we might just leave him in. Have that be the best defense it can be. AHL goaltending's been phenomenal too. So let's hope that's enough. Let's do it. Let's hope that's enough. We'll march on here. We have that one trade left at this point, and I'm hoping that we don't have to use it in a serious way. Loss and a win. Another win. Let's give Scrimes up to the Blues game here. Oh, God. A rough loss. Is that 10 goals allowed in 2 games? Yeah, call it a hunch. I don't think Nick Scrimes is hitting that .915 save percentage. I think we are in a lot of trouble. 45 wins by the day is also starting to look a little bit bleak. We might be going right back to the land of freaking missing out on the playoffs and failing our goals. The best way to describe it. Let's drop Rosen down, get Cohen Zemmer there. Do we have any scouts? We do, by some miracle. By some miracle, we do have scouts. Have they helped at all? Well, we haven't had time to get us set up. Wow, our goaltending's been abysmal. The boys are really blowing it here. Play Boston, we lose 5-2. As it stands, we're out of the playoffs. We have lost 7 of our last 10 games. Which I don't think I need to explain that that's abysmal. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Damn. And Scrimes is going to be out for a little bit with a hamstring injury. Let's call up Jan Spunar. And we will give him the chance. And maybe, just maybe, Spunar's kind of the guy to lead us forward here. Let's give Schnattinger some chances here. Mr. Spunar, what can you do? Your NHL debut against the New Jersey Devils. We get Otto Stenberg back before anything happens. So again, we'll have to go best lines. All right. So yeah, same thing as before. We're gonna want to get Svechkovsky in there. Spunar gets the start against the Devils as Chychrun gets hurt. Oh, good. Oh, great. This was the perfect time now for all the injuries to start rolling in. Thank you. What a great time. Bauer can play both sides. Let's call up Connor Corcoran because then I want to send him down and give him a chance to get claimed by somebody. Corcoran was really good for us last year. He deserves the opportunity to play for a good team. He really does. Alright, same thing. Get him out of there. Force Veshkovsky, who has 2 points in 10 games and is a -4. Can't say I'm overly impressed right now. Can't say I'm impressed. We lost 4-1 to the Devils there. Not a great NHL debut, sir. Benjamin Goodrow, can you get the win? Yes, you can. Take on Detroit and lose that one. I imagine one of our guys back would be Scrimes. But right now, I am worried. Goodrow has an 895, Spooner the 882. I am going to send both of them down. Emily, what's happening? And we're going to call up Schnattinger. And we're going to give Michael Schnattinger the opportunity now. And indeed, Chychrun should be back as well. So let's set up the lines for the 1000th time, it feels like already. And I said I wanted to send down Connor Corcoran. And I probably will. It's been a minute. It does feel like it's been a while. Hopefully all is well. Sorry, I'm very focused at the moment, making sure we don't forget anything.
For those about
it's a home
score,
at home, as Emily hits us up with the 23. It's been a while, comes back with the 23. Nearly 2 years. Very much appreciated. You want to play goal for us? Because I can't find a goalie. Oh, man. Alright. Well, congrats to Benjamin Goodrow, then. That just means he's coming back up. Oof. Oof. Rough scenes here. We play Columbus. And we win. We play Buffalo to end January. And some dude in the AHL gets hurt, but we do win 6-2. So 24, 20, and 5. Goals on the year. Scrimes at a 915 or better. He currently has a 902. 45 wins as a team or better. We're going to have to go on a hell of a run to get there. So our best hope appears to be a top 15 scoring forward. But given that P.O. Joseph leads our team in points, I'm going to guess that we don't have a great chance of this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 13, 14, 15. I expected the button to go and it didn't. It takes 48 points to be up there. And our leading scorer has 43. There is a very, very good chance that we could fail all 3 goals again. This is unbelievable. It's like the game knows as McDavid and McKinnon have just been destroying worlds. Austin Matthews is up there too. Okay. We'll sim this game against Boston. I do want to switch goalies out, and then that gives us that little break for the All-Star game / Olympic break. And we lose 2-1. God, this. I don't know what the answer is right now. I do not know what the answer is for us right now. That third line really doesn't seem to be gelling. I might be good to move on from Svechkov. I think Dvorsky and Kamel are more important. I think Svechkov is dragging them down. Vasainen has 7 points in 16 games, which is great. Svechkovsky up to 8 and 16. Zemmer's been wonderful. He is behind Kamel. Unless I were to drop Otto Stenberg to the third line, but there'd be no reason to do that. I think we have to try something here. Again, I like him a lot. He was great for us, but God, maybe not. I really don't want to lose Connor Corcoran. It's kind of like a safety blanket. We'll call up Robbie Yarventi. This is his opportunity to really make it. And this is his chance. Because we are going to have him outright replace Svechkov. And this is, I mean, he's been good in the AHL. This is really going to dictate kind of what we do at the deadline. There is a shout to have Stenberg replace Thomas, but I think it's just the fact that the goaltending has really been lacking. We need to decide exactly what's going to happen at the trade deadline. I have one trade. One at my disposal. Needless to say, that is not much. And the question will be, are we going to try to move on from some of these mid-range prospects that are never going to make it? Are we going to go for it? Like, what's the deal? And man, we just cannot make things happen. Stenberg on the top line might allow him to finish top 15. So, I mean, Stenberg right now has 46 points in 50 games. Gensel has 43. Kiel Thomas on 43. You know what? That's a fair shout, actually. Hopefully, Gensel doesn't take goals away from him, but let's try it. Kiel's been good, but Gensel doesn't quite have the pace. We'll try it. I mean, desperate times call for desperate measures here. We are playing with fire in terms of potentially being bounced out of the playoffs situation here. We need to keep winning games. And of course, we immediately get crushed by Washington because I said that. And we're going to miss the playoffs. If we make the playoffs, it is going to be barely. Scrimes has a sub... Oh my god. I have to play Scrimes as much as possible so he can get that save percentage up. Goodrow's not doing any better. The magic from Benjamin Goodrow last year is completely gone. Just 100% gone. Wilkes-Barre is at least doing very well. Montreal. We win. Chicago. We win. A bad Ducks team. We lose in a shootout. A magnificent Detroit team. We lose 5-3. We are just a few days away from the deadline. Scrimes on an $8.99. As Goodrow loses to the Rangers. All right. Let's look at this team. Defensively, P.O. Joseph has been phenomenal. Salmonson's been pretty good. Chikrin on 23 points. Pretty good. John Marino on 7. That's about what we'd expect. And Emil Viro and Ralph Brower, I feel like, have been pretty good together. I mean, our biggest issue just appears to be goaltending. 59 points for Tkachuk. Stenberg on 52. 61 now for Jake Gensel. You got 45 points for Dylan Holloway. Akil Thomas on 49. Poulin on 34. Robbie Yarventi is cooked. Got 30 points for Dvorsky. Kamel's not bad. Vasainen again hasn't been that bad on the fourth line. Nor is Svechkovsky. Well, for Svechkovsky, actually. Well, yeah, it's about... He's okay. Robbie Yarventi's got to go. Svechkov and Rosen ideally would go too. Like, they're just not getting it done. The defense has been okay. We have to see what's out there. I think right now it might make sense to make this one trade before we even get to the deadline. That Liam defender is still out there. It would make a lot of sense to pick him up from the Ducks. Unless there was somebody of relatively high value that's out there. If I talk about the forwards I'd like to get rid of. Rosen, Svechkov, Järventie. It's pretty good value. It's pretty good value. And we're looking to give up. We need a big return, and $10 million for Tony DeAngelo is not that return. Anaheim right now is our best bet for that defenseman. Got Zach Hyman. There's Lupul's trash though. 73 at 21. It's not good enough. Brendan Gallagher. A very, very old Roman Josi. But I still feel like defense isn't our biggest problem. Delisle. Guy Delisle. The New Jersey Devils. So we got the Ducks, we got the Devils. Ryan Pulock and Adam Pelech are still out there. Wow, have the Islanders been trash this year. If their numbers are that bad. We obviously can't really explore that deal anymore for Pulock. We don't have the space. Unless we were to flip Chychrun. It'd be like flipping Chychrun and Marino in that deal. I suppose it could be done. Zibanejad doesn't really fit the team. I mean, we could get Mika Zibanejad. Oof, man, Mika is just pure outright sniper. He's not a play driver, but we can get a play driver on that line. Only problem is he's 33. Getting Mika Zibanejad, though, would require Otto Stenberg to go down to the third line and pretty much be locked into a third line position for the rest of the year. And I don't think that's right by Stenberg. He's been really good for us this year. We want to reward him with that. Okay, we might have to consider a couple of things.